Hey,
50th
Doug.
anniversary, baby, of Something Anything.
One of the greatest albums ever.
That's right. We're going to celebrate it tonight with a tribute album, Someone Anyone. If you're not in the loop, now you are. That is our show tonight. Someone Anyone is a CD of stars, fans, a bunch of different people doing the Something Anything album. So we're going to listen to all of it tonight. The first time ever exclusive listening party, Cruiser Mel.
I like a listening party, don't you?
I do.
We've done this kind of thing before, but live and in person, like with Kasim albums. But this is new.
We kind of did a CD 3-song launch party one time in Toledo at
Ramalama Records.
That was it. That's right. So this CD are different formats. You can get it. Look down there. We have a little banner going across. That's how you can get it. It will be out soon. We'll let Fernando tell us about when the exact date is. The proceeds from this are going to Todd's charity, the Spirit of Harmony Foundation. And it is going to be a hit because there are a lot of people that Todd fans know and love and a lot of famous people. So
and some surprises too.
Yes. And we have surprises tonight. May even have some big time guests on this show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we want to get to Fernando and everybody else as fast as possible so we can get out of your face. But we do want to tell you about Todd Tours right quick. There's a Beatles tribute, Revolver and Rubber Soul. You already know about this probably, but if you don't, check it out on Live Nation or Ticketmaster.
The next month.
Is starting next. Are you serious?
Yeah. Well, I'm just going. Let's just say it's already tomorrow. So yeah, next month.
Yeah. Okay.
March.
Denny Lane, Christopher Cross, Jason Sheff, Joey Mullen, and Rascal Flatts, Jay DeMarcus.
That dude. Yeah. I'm glad you remembered his name.
There it is. Then Todd is going out with Daryl Hall.
Oh my gosh, this is like a fan's dream tour.
Yes.
It's very short though, y'all. Very short. Not very many dates.
No, but some big ones. And Daryl's Live from Daryl's House band will be there. From what we understand, can't guarantee anything. It's Live from Daryl's band with Todd to start, then Live from Daryl's band with Daryl, and then probably a hodgepodge of them both. If you haven't seen, Daryl's got a new CD coming out, and you can check out the new version of Can We Still Be Friends with Daryl and Todd. It's really good. So be looking for that. LiveNation.com for those shows as well. There's one at the Ryman, which is a big deal. If you don't know about the Ryman in Nashville, one of the most famous venues ever.
Is that's the Grand Ole Opry building, right?
Ryman Auditorium.
Is it? Okay.
So. No.
Wow.
I don't know.
I think it is.
I don't think it is.
Okay, whatever.
Well, Fernando will know. All right. We
got something to announce, though, during that Todd and Daryl thing.
So if we find a venue, which we're working on, I think we're going to be there. We'll find something. We want to have a party, a Rundgren Radio party in Boston. So the night before the Todd Daryl gig, we have a commitment from the Hermits to do some War Babies, some Todd, some Daryl, some Hall & Oates. It will be fantastic. It will be a lot of fun. So get ready for that because we're going to do everything we can to make that happen.
Right. Yeah. I hope the snow melts by then. They got some snow this weekend. My. Oh, yeah.
All right. Go down there and get some lobster.
And chowder.
Park the car. Okay, so one more thing. We're glad that you're watching with us tonight. And you know it's a music show because the NFC Championship is on the television, but yet we're having a show. And the biggest irony of this is the LA Rams are playing, and Fernando lives in LA.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't really care much about football. He's a musician, dude.
Somebody cares. Fernando, do you care?
Sports ball.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite thing I like to say to annoy football fans. Go Oilers.
Houston, baby. I remember. Hey,
Warren Moon.
do you know much about the Ryman Auditorium?
Well, the Ryman Auditorium is the home of the Grand Ole Opry.
Cruiser Mount wins.
Hey!
Okay, time out. Let me say it. Cruiser Mount, you were right.
What?
I hope Michelle hooks up Todd with one of them nudie suits. I think he used to have one. I think I remember seeing a photo of Todd in like 75 where he's wearing a nudie suit. So, and I'm sure he could still fit into it with a little bit of nipping and tucking.
Is
But he needs to wear.
Is that like what Graham Parsons wore?
Oh
and all
yeah,
that?
you know, with the flowers.
Ah,
And,
beautiful. That would be
they're usually
awesome.
white, and they usually have like the flowers and rhinestones, like a rhinestone cowboy. And then Todd needs to come out and do Range War.
There you go.
I'd love it.
Like, I wrote a country, no, but no, knowing Todd, he'll be like, Wild Prairie.
Cruiser Mel, he has just doubled down. He is requesting a song and an outfit.
Hey!
Oh,
Good luck.
I think that should be always the thing. You should always request a song and an outfit.
There you go.
Be like, Daryl, you remember that jumpsuit you wore in 1976 on German TV?
Do you remember that fourth row in the middle? I had on a red shirt. Yeah. I got a request for Todd's clothes. Quit wearing the black pants.
Oh, come on. If you don't like the pants, look, this is important, guys. I'm going to say guys because it's only the guys that complain. If you don't like the pants, don't get front row seats.
That's a good point. That's right. That's why I don't get it. All right. Good stuff. Okay, everybody, let's bring in our first guest for Fernando to discuss music with. Are you ready, Fernando?
Oh, it's a big one.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you Louise Goffin.
welcome.
Hi.
Critically acclaimed singer-songwriter, producer, artist extraordinaire, and complete badass.
Yes.
Hi, Louise.
Hi. I'm wearing my 70s glasses that I wore in our video of the cover. So here I am for
Nice.
real.
There you
There
go.
she goes.
I went for
welcome.
continuity, you know.
I love it.
Nice,
Well,
nice to be here.
Louise, I would love for you to share your earliest memory of Todd Rundgren and I Saw the Light.
Well, I was in junior high and I heard it on the radio and I said, I didn't know that my mother wrote a song like this. I've never heard her play this. You know, for people who don't know, my mother is Carole King. And I just was sure that it was her voice on it.
Really?
Of course, I realized, oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I'm not alone in that.
No.
A lot of people thought that. It was just the sound of Todd's voice on that. It sounded a little bit, you know, like her. It wasn't intentional. So that was my first memory of this song and the album. And I think later I was in New York City and I was working with Sarah Lee, bass player Sarah Lee.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know her. Oh, good. Yeah. And I was at her place in New York and going through her records, and she had Todd records there. And I remember playing the vinyl. That was probably 80s then. So going back. Yeah.
So, you know, Todd refers to, you know, when he says he shifted gears to Wizard was because he didn't want to be known as the male Carole King. I'm sure you've heard that a lot. The Sarah Lee, though, oddly enough, was, you know, with the B-52s for a while, but toured with Todd briefly during the Johnson tour. She played bass for him. So
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She sure did. We liked her a lot. Had her on one of our podcasts. She's good people. So
She
yeah.
is. Yeah.
Well,
Todd,
I have had the pleasure of working with Louise on 2 records, playing on 2 of her amazing albums, and she is a phenom. And when it came to this album, I did a lot of production, but I also did a lot of casting. And when I heard I Saw the Light, I'm like, man, Louise would just be perfect for this. And it came out really fantastic. We had some great allies, Darian Sahanasha from the Brian Wilson Band and the Wondermints, who is just an amazing talent. Caitlin Wolfberg, an incredible string player, and the amazing Marcella Detroit, a.k.a. Marcy Levy from Shakespeare's Sister and Eric Clapton Band. So good times. We literally did the final edits on this video today. But I'd like to announce here that we're about to premiere the video for Louise Goffin's amazing cover of I Saw the Light. Oh, and Scott Sachs also played drums on this. Is fantastic. But this video was edited by Andrea Kramer, who did one of the videos for Secret Society. And I hope you guys like this. And Louise, thank you so much for being part of this incredible celebration of Todd's work and 50 years of something.
Thank you for having me.
What a pleasure.
Thank you for coming tonight.
And I love the sunglasses.
Thank you.
Rock on.
Awesome.
There it is. Here we go.
There's
Here
the
we go.
sunset.
I saw the light.
Okay. I'm standing, by the way, right here. This is exactly where I'm standing.
It was late last night. I was feeling something wasn't right. There was not another soul inside. Only you, only you. So we walked along, though I knew that there was something wrong. And a feeling hit me oh so strong about you. Then you gazed up at me, and the answer was plain to see. 'Cause I saw the light in your eyes, in your eyes. Though we had a plan, I just never would suspect a thing till that little bell began to ring in my head, in my head. But I tried to run, though I knew it wouldn't help me none. 'Cause I couldn't ever love no one. So I said, that my feelings for you were just something I never knew. Till I saw the light in your eyes, in your eyes. Swing it. But I love you best. It's not something that I say in jest, 'cause you're different, boy, from all the rest. In my eyes, in my eyes. And I ran out before, but I won't do it anymore. Can't you see the light in my eyes, in my eyes, in my eyes, in my
Good stuff.
Perfect.
That's so great. Louise, thank you so much. This is so
Thank
much
you.
fun. People love
Thanks
it.
for having me.
Oh, good
Thanks
compliment.
for having. I was sitting right here. This is where I filmed, right here against this wall.
Nice.
Got a little sheetrock action going on there. I like it.
Yeah.
Now, where are
Thank
you in?
you.
Are you? Is it? Where are you?
I'm near Landers. I'm in the desert near Landers,
Okay.
California.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff. Well, thanks so much for being on, and we appreciate the song. It's awesome.
What an honor. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
All right. All right. Fernando. Oh, I just
Yep.
wrong thing.
Yo, Fernando.
And now we continue the record with the amazing "It Wouldn't Make Any Difference" with the wonderful Ken Sharp, who was this album would not exist if it wasn't for the help of Ken, who has been helping me on so many fronts, and he's just an incredible artist and a great soul. And he This was actually the first song that was recorded for the record. This album, we did all 25 songs plus bonus tracks in 4 months. We started this in September. So here is It Really Wouldn't Make Any Difference with Mr. Ken Sharp.
Last time I said, if I ever thought of lying, I'd rather think of dying instead. And maybe you remember the last time you called me to say how it took a million tears just to prove they all were for you. But those days are through, 'cause it wouldn't have made any difference if you loved me. How could you love me when it wouldn't have made any difference if you really loved me? You just didn't love me, 'cause I know 100 times I could be in the most unfaithful arms that you always picture me. And maybe you remember that love I can always show proof I was true. No one else could change my mind, stop me coming home to you. But those days are through, 'cause it wouldn't have made any difference if you loved me. How could you love me when it wouldn't have made any difference if you really loved me? You just did not love me enough to believe me. Ooh, enough not to leave me. Enough not to look for a reason to be unhappy with me and make me regret ever wanting to. But those days are through, 'cause it wouldn't have made any difference if you loved me. How could you love me when it wouldn't have made any difference if you really loved me? You just did not love me when it wouldn't have made, no, it wouldn't have made any difference. No, it wouldn't have made, no, it wouldn't have made any difference. No, it wouldn't have made any difference if you loved me. No, it wouldn't have made any difference if you really loved me.
Nice. Very
So
good
cool.
interpretation.
So cool.
So Ken Sharp writes for Goldmine Magazine and been responsible for getting Todd and Utopia on the cover a few times, and was responsible for the Utopia tour with Gil Glasses, that tour for the tour book that they did.
Yes.
Yeah. Ken's
And
got
he's incredibly talented in all ways. I mean, sometimes it's like I have to keep up with all the songs that he sends me. I mean, we've actually, between the two of us, we've worked on over 300 songs since we've met 6 years ago. So
he also, not that anybody cares maybe but me, but he wrote a Kiss book too.
Oh yeah. Well, he wrote a Kiss book, he wrote a Raspberries book, he wrote a John Lennon book, and he wrote 3 books on power pop.
That's right. That had some Kasim and Todd in it, some stuff.
Oh yeah. He's a lifer, and he's into all eras of Todd, and he's a real badass. Speaking of party, some people have mentioned the word party. If there's a track on the record that sounds like a party, it's the one that's about to happen right now. Okay. Which is, of course, if you're a huge fan of the record, you would know that track 3 is a huge left turn. Wolfman Jack, and here we are with 3. Oh, the Wolfman is here. 3 of the tiny demons are here.
There it is.
All right, roll call.
It's Zan. I'm wearing my wolf jacket. My heat's off in my house.
For heaven's sake!
It's a fake fur, but I'm here, and
It's a wolf
you guys
jacket.
are keeping me warm. Yeah,
Nice.
my Wolfman jacket.
Great.
Yeah. And Nick looks like a wolf man with that hair and beard.
Nick sounds like a Wolfman.
Yeah.
Nick did a good job on the Wolfman. Hi, I'm Mel Crash. Mel,
Hey.
I'm so happy to see your faces.
Been a while.
Amazing El
Good to see
Crash.
yours too.
I love you guys. This was amazing, and this was such a joy to put together. You guys really did an incredible job, and it sounds incredible. And then to add icing on the cake, Bobby Strickland on the frickin' sax. How cool is that?
That was
Really?
icing on the cake and cherry on top. All of it. We were so happy to have Bobby. I mean, his sax adds a whole new layer to the song. It's really wonderful, and we were so glad he made the party.
There you go.
Oh yeah. I mean, come on. You know, there's in the 50s, if you didn't have there's Lexi.
There's another one.
I was like,
No,
Lexi's
Lexi's
gotta come
somewhere.
Lexi's in the party. She's fashionably late.
Yeah,
No, I didn't see her way down there.
Show up
Right
a little
on
bit.
time.
Yeah,
Right
that's
on
right.
time.
But Lexi, you did such an incredible job being the ringleader on this, and it's absolutely masterful. It's so good. It's so
What do you
good.
mean ringleader? What do you mean?
Oh well, she was the producer on the track. So as I said earlier, I've produced a handful of the tracks, but I did a lot of just casting. And when it came to this track, I was like, all right, take it, do it. Make this happen. And I didn't realize how much of a super group was going to get put together, and it's just so great. And you guys really captured the essence of the amazing sound of this song, and it's just so rollicking and powerful. And Al, you nailed that vocal.
All right.
I was impressed with Nick Wolfman, honestly. That was my favorite part.
The what?
Oh. Well, you know, when the Wolfman is yelling, you gotta scream. You gotta scream louder.
All right. So, Lexi, what's on your shirt? I'm curious.
that's Prairie.
Hey!
Okay. And Nick, what was that you were drinking?
Oh, it's just whiskey and LaCroix.
You think we got Zan's jacket when you know what you guys are doing? Al, you're not showing us a whole lot of anything, so we don't know what you're. Where are you? Is that your house?
I'm in Cincinnati, and the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl.
There you go, Cincinnati. That's right. Zan and
Win
Nick
the
and Al
Super
Crash.
Bowl, Al.
Good job.
I love that. We're going to the Super Bowl. We didn't yet win the Super Bowl, but yes.
Good.
Couple more weeks.
I'm shocked. They have sucked for like 30 years.
Good thing it was today versus tonight, or you would have missed it. Like Fernando's missing his.
Nah.
Like he cares.
We'd rather be here with you all. If the party's here, we want to have a party with you all. We're
Well,
so
it's a very
excited.
exclusive party. I hope the bouncers let you in. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, is this video a still photo or is it a video y'all made?
It's a still photo, but if there's anybody that should put together a video, it's you guys. And
They know how to
if
do
you
it.
guys
More
shoot
work for
yourself,
Mother.
we have editing hookup.
El Crash knows how to do that. All right, y'all ready to watch it or hear
Yes.
it?
Go,
Hear it.
This is gonna be fun. I can
Tiny
tell.
Demons. Bobby Strickland. Wolfman Jack.
The Wolfman is everywhere. Blow yourself to death.
Hey baby, you're on a subliminal trip to nowhere. You better get your trip together before you step in here with us. Oh, tonight everything's alright. If you want yourself a day, man, well I don't mind. You just get you when the sun goes down. 'Cause the moon shines bright and everything's alright. When the wolfman he creeps into town. Now you maybe want a man who runs round his body, but it ain't as good as Wolfman Jack. You might want yourself a man who don't act so funny, but he ain't your fool like Wolfman Jack. I don't mean to treat you evil. I'm just a good boy gone bad. If I catch you after dark walking through the park, I'm just liable to do something bad. Maybe think you know what love is about, but it's nothing to this Wolfman Jack. And everybody knows you go out and shout it, but you're always with this Wolfman Jack. Ooh, and tonight everything's alright. Baby, come back to Wolfman Jack. I may miss your loving while I'm on my back, but you can't escape from Wolfman Jack. You can't do this to me. No, no. Look me in the eyes, baby. Now you cut that jive. You know the Wolfman's just about the #1 cat alive. You got my great big eyes spinning round in my head. How could you love another man instead? May miss you loving while I'm on my back. Baby, come back to Wolfman Jack. Oh, and tonight everything's alright. Baby, come back to Wolfman Jack. Baby, come back to Wolfman Jack. But you can't escape from Wolfman Jack. Wolfman
Yeah. Oh
I
my
love hearing
God.
Nick's cackle at the end just kills me every time. And Bobby's sax fading out, and Lexi, everybody at the party. It's
It's
So
wonderful.
much fun to do.
It started ending like the wheel kind of like I thought we were gonna start doing this. You know?
I would
Wrong
love it
album.
if they would start shouting Wolfman Jack at Todd shows instead of the wheel. That would be
Yeah.
amazing. That would be
Yes.
awesome. Wolfman Jack.
It's a
That
great
would be
idea.
fun. Yeah.
That was awesome. Well, can we expect a Tiny Demons show one day?
I hope so. Can we
All
visit our
right.
houses?
I know.
So,
We're getting
what's
really
a show?
good at
What's a
House
show?
parties.
we're getting really good at sort of collaborating, remotely, and Lexi has been just wonderful, like guiding us all and helping us do that. And we're hoping to do some originals soon. So that's the idea with the band.
Wow.
So your band name is Tiny Demons, huh?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
good. Another spin-off. I love it.
Yeah.
So,
it's great.
Fernando, Did they get to pick this song, or who picked these songs? How did you figure out who does what?
My man, 4 months goes by in so long. This was towards the early part, and I think I was just like, I definitely wanted to get everybody involved, and I think they had a pick of songs, and they picked this one. I gave them like 3 or 4 songs, and they're like, "All right, let's do this one." And I was like, "Oh, that could really work," and it's great. I mean, talk about vibe, talk about fun. I mean, I couldn't have picked a better group of people for this song. I mean, they're fun people. Look at these people; they're fun.
No question.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick could literally be scowling, and he's still fun.
Yes, true.
I was born that way.
So, Nick,
Yes.
Love Crash, Zan were Fernando. So almost everybody in here. I don't know if Lexi was in on this action. Was the next song we got coming up was with Probyn Gregory.
Oh,
who was
yeah.
our bass player for the Nash show we did in Super Bowl bound Cincinnati.
It's a Cincinnati. It's a Cincinnati segue. It's a Cinway.
Hey, I'm wearing my Cincinnati shirt.
There it is.
So we've all come around full circle now.
My hair is Cincinnati. No,
Yeah. We got to get Lexi to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
All right.
Probyn Gregory is a brilliant musician. He's been with the Brian Wilson Band for 2 decades now. He was in a band called the Wondermints, and he plays every instrument. One of the coolest things about this record is that we have 5 or 6 songs where everybody did the one-man band thing, and this is one of them. And on this song, Probyn plays guitar, keys, 4 types of horns, flute, synthesizers, vocals, percussion. It's really, really cool. And his interpretation of Cold Morning Light, the best way I could describe it is, it's like Harry Nilsson, if Harry Nilsson covered it. It's really cool.
I've
It's
never
a
heard
beautiful
anybody,
song.
I've never heard anybody doing all the instruments and everything on an album before. It's pretty cool. Or song.
No, yeah, who does that? Isn't that Prince?
Crazy. It's crazy talk.
I think he's just showing off, but whatever.
Oh,
So Probyn did the Nash
Or
thing.
Todd did it out of necessity. I think Todd did it. I think I listened to an interview where Todd said he did it because he didn't want to explain anything to other musicians. He didn't want to have to teach the songs to other musicians. Because I do this. I play all the instruments, like on TR guitar, that's all me. And it sometimes is tough having to talk to other people. It's the whole
learning
concept
Todd's
of being a
songs
hermit.
learning Todd's songs is really hard. It's really hard.
Oh,
so I
yeah,
can see why you
especially
wouldn't want to
'cause-
explain to anyone.
Especially because Todd, it's like he kind of doesn't know. I'm sure he doesn't know the names of all of his chords. He just probably says, "Oh, this is just I move my pinky to this note and it changes the chord." And
Exactly.
so
He's
it's
in
like
the key of 3rd fret.
I know.
Right.
I don't know if anybody ever bought that Todd Rundgren songbook that came out in the '70s, but it's all wrong. It's all.
Oh, yep.
too bad.
I know.
So,
It's good for the picture. It's like a Playboy. It's good for certain things, but not when you
not
don't.
everything. So Probyn is not a household name, but if you don't know about Probyn, when we got, I don't know if it was you or John, somebody brought him in for this Nash thing. His resume is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Monkeys,
Beach Boys. all
Beach
kinds of-
Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal talent and a huge fan. So there you
All
go.
right, let's check him out. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Bring it on.
Probyn Gregory, folks.
All alone, I believe if I was all alone, I would be better off in a world of my own. I'd forget I ever knew of you, and this dream every night that you put me through. We walk along a Hollywood sea, and you dance once again with me. We are close, we are friends, and our love never ends. But in the
that you won't be back for me. The wound you left was healing, and then it starts itching, and I scratch it open again. So the pain comes out and I give in and indulge my imagination's whims. We sit and drink Victorian tea, and your face wears a smile for me. I was yours, you were mine. Our hearts bound, lost in time, but in the cold morning light, I see that you won't be back for me. There can be no peace for me. There can be no rest. I believe, though I tried my best, I'm condemned, it seems, to a life of restlessness and hopeless dreams. We are close, we are friends, and our love never ends. But in the cold morning light, I see that you won't be back for me.
Thanks, Fernando. So Chris Bolger and I met over this song about 40 years ago. So we decided to do this one. We incorporated our mutual friend Dennis Dykin, and Fernando flew in from LA. We recorded with Kostadin at Mozart Studios in New Jersey. Here is It Takes Two to Tango. This is for the girls, and you know who you are.
It's true, yes, it's true. I'm as guilty of the sin as you. I lived through it too. And as you can see, it didn't hurt me. You must admit you helped a bit. You know I wasn't alone. I remember it still. Drink a toast if you will. This one's for the girls who just couldn't see that my only sin was being me. And this one's for the girls and they know who they are. It's so long ago, and I don't know. I one's for the girls and you know who they are. It's so long ago, and I don't know who you
Cool.
How about it?
How about that?
Fernando, this, Something Anything is not my go-to album for whatever reason. It should be, but it's not. And so I haven't listened in a very long time. And all these songs are sounding just fresh, like they were just written yesterday.
Nice.
That is a sign of true genius, because this album is 50 years old.
Ooh.
And if you consider that a lot of the other albums that came out 50 years ago are dated as hell, it's pretty damn cool that these songs are still innovative, fresh, powerful, very inspired. I mean, Todd, there's no throwaways on this record. It's all killer, no filler for 25 songs. It's incredible. All right, let's keep
Todd likes to say it's timeless.
Let's keep it. I was told to keep it moving. We got Mr. Geoff Pearlman in the house.
Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
I'd like to introduce Geoff as one of LA's premier session guitar players, singer-songwriters, just all-around nice guys. And
He'd
Geoff
like to
and
introduce
I-
me as that.
Look,
But he can't.
To all of you, Geoff is a nice guy. That's right. Geoff and I were the guitar team for Echo in the Canyon, the movie.
Nice.
And we spent a lot of time together in studios and on tour and playing in movie theaters and eating lots of popcorn together and having a great time. And the whole time, every show, this is a great tidbit. Every show, what song would you play during sound check?
Oh, I would play this game, wouldn't I?
Yes, which is a great way to test your intonation on a 12-string record blocker.
12-string, yeah.
Let's say, but
either that or cliche or something, probably. You know.
Yeah, but
anyway,
one of the first things
what a show! What a great show! Congrats, Fernando. This record's amazing. Everybody, the team you've assembled is just—it's an honor to be among them. That's for sure. And you asked me early on, and I pounced.
Yeah, and you delivered. I mean, your version of Sweeter Memories is definitely one of my favorites because you definitely made it your own. You brought out the beauty in the song, in the song's beautiful harmony, and your guitar playing is exquisite. You're playing a lap steel on this, and it's a beautiful sound.
Yeah, I wanted to, tribute to Todd's life in Hawaii.
There you go.
A little Hawaiian guitar action.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Like originally, I think I wanted to do maybe like try to tackle an a cappella thing with it, just for, and then that just seemed really daunting. So I was like, maybe it's maybe it could be a country song, Today I'm your chariot over tomorrow. But then that didn't stick for me. And then so but the lap steel did, and then after a while, the lap steel was like the thing. So.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And Geoff's voice is phenomenal. For a guy who's known as a guitar player, he's actually an incredible singer, an incredible singer-songwriter.
And you got to be for this song, I would imagine.
Huh?
You would have to be for this song, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
One of the first things that Geoff and I bonded on was Todd, and he shared with me a cover he did of a Nas song really early on. And what was the Nas song you covered again?
As long as Gonna Cry Today.
Yeah, Gonna Cry Today. It's beautiful.
All right.
But yeah,
these guys.
Geoff is incredible, and I hope you guys I hope you guys discover one of the reasons that I made this album not on a label is I wanted there to be a combination of known artists and artists that are bubbling under, and Geoff is very deserving of your time. So if you like what you hear with Sweeter Memories, check out his records. They're really, really cool. All right, Sweeter Memories, Geoff Pearlman, bring it on.
keep dry, but your troubles leak through, and you've lost all you could. Feeling sad, choose your reveries. Keep the good, leave the bad, and take a few of these, the sweeter memories, and don't forget them, please, the sweeter memories, to set your mind at ease, the truest remedies are the sweeter memories. There's a life full of pain, and a life full of glee. So you see that the rain, it doesn't mean much to me. For I know that it pays, making light of living's tragedy. May your days be as bright, and take a few of these, the sweeter memories, and don't forget them, please, the sweeter memories, to set your mind at ease, the truest remedies, all the sweeter memories.
Lovely. Oh my gosh, just love it.
Yay!
You got rave
Geoff,
reviews in the chat room, Geoff.
Yeah, Geoff, you've got marriage proposals in the chat room. Geoff, you played all the instruments on this.
I did.
You are
did.
crazy.
Crazy good.
Crazy good in honor of the album. Played all
Oh, thanks, guys. God, for a second I didn't realize I was back on the thing.
Sorry, man. We wanted to tell you how great it was.
Thanks. Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, I did do all that. Another tribute to the Something Anything thing, because it's just so vulnerable. Todd locked in a room playing everything. Maybe he did it for convenience. Maybe he just I don't know. But so I just figured I'd give it a shot. Because
Thank you, Geoff. You really, really brought it, and
thanks. Well,
I am so happy to be your friend, and I'm so happy that this is, you're going to get all sorts of new love for what you do from this. And lots of people are saying, I can't wait for Todd to hear this. So there you go.
There you go.
Ooh, well, that's exciting. Well, I'm just happy for you. This is amazing. Like I said, the cast of people you got on here, just like, you'd be like, someone, Marshall Crenshaw's in, like, what?
Yeah,
Well,
Marshall's going to be on this.
He's like, yeah, Bobby Strickland's on with Lyle Workman.
Marshall's going to be on the
like,
screen.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
well, guess what? It's game show time.
Okay.
It's time to play a game. It's time to play a game.
Well, love everybody. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Oh wait. Oh, the game. Oh, yeah, it is.
Is he gonna? You want Geoff to play the game?
No, we're gonna play the game. We're gonna play the game. Sounds of the Studio now.
Okay.
Oh, that game.
That game.
Okay.
All right, here's a little intro. This is from England, Mr. Phil Thornley, aka Astral Drive, who I wanted a producer to do this, and he did a great job doing the recreation of Sounds of the Studio, which goes into Breathless, which I put together as my track. And my friend Chris Epting hooked me up with Jordan Rudis of Dream Theater, who played the keyboard solos on that. And it's absolutely wonderful. And then we're going to go into our boy wonder, Kasim Sultan, doing The Night the Carousel Burned Down. So let's make some time and let's just play those 3 videos in a row.
Sure. We can't do a show without having Kasim on Cruiser Mouth.
No, we can't.
Yeah, appreciate it. Here we go.
Before we go any further, I'd like to show you all a game that somebody made up. This game is called Sounds of the Studio, and it can be played with any audio medium, including this one. You can even play it with your favorite audio medium, streaming, CD, or vinyl. Now, if you have a pair of headphones, get them cranked up, because they're really going to help you on this one. Now, I'm sure you'll recognize this. This is called Hiss. It's on your old cassettes, it's on VHS, it's on your CDs, and it's still available on your streams. This, of course, is a hum. Peas popping. This is a sound of bad editing, and here's what happens when your computer audio interface takes control.
This is a sound of too much auto-tune.
Now, all you have to do is find these sounds on this recording, and whoever finds the most wins, of course. But don't...
carousel burnt down. The fire and confusion, the smoke and the sound. I swear you were there when the carousel burnt down. We were all around. The rings charred and tarnished all over the ground, and our heads hung down, and we all left town the next day. The children all cried when the carousel burnt down. The old lady sighed and the carousel burnt down. The rest of us lied as the carousel burnt down, and the flames did fly. The pipes screamed and shrieked out a blazing goodbye as the boiler died, and they melted down the midway, and we all left town the next day, and we all left town the next day. And we all left town the next day, and we all left town the next day, and we all left town the next day.
Wow.
Perfect for his voice.
Oh yeah. You know that when Kasim was approached, he said he would only do it if he picked the song, and I was in my head going, "Pick Carousel, pick Carousel." And he said, "I want to do Carousel," and I said, "Oh, that's a great choice."
You sure?
I already was like, he would be perfect for Carousel, and he nailed it. Guys, I think we're going to go out of order for a second because someone very special is in the green room, and we want to bring him on, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary, inspiring, and amazing Marshall Crenshaw.
Wow.
Marshall.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome to Rundgren Radio.
What's up, Beanie
Oh,
brother?
this is Rundgren Radio. Fantastic. I wasn't sure what time I was supposed to
No, it's okay.
show
man.
up. So
Any time is Marshall time. Where are you?
I'm at home. I'm in the dining room, and home is Rhinebeck, New York.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah.
Hope you're keeping warm.
Yeah, it's not been easy. There was a big snowstorm in the state and the region, but we didn't get much snow, but it was crazy windy and cold, and I'm too old for this now.
Oh, come on, man. You're the best, Marshall. Marshall.
Look, yeah.
So give us your personal Todd history.
Well, I bought the 45 of Open My Eyes by the Nazz in the picture sleeve. And, as soon as I heard it on the radio, I bought it. And from then on, Todd Rundgren was on my radar. And then a couple of years later, I Saw the Light was a hit single on CKLW, my favorite top 40 station, right at that moment. And that was then I had to get the album off of that one. And the way I remember it is kind of exactly the same time I bought Something Anything, and I bought Stevie Wonder's Music of My Mind album, and just binged on those two albums like crazy. I was in a band, we'd all go to each other's houses and just play those albums over and over again. And to this day, I kind of think of them in tandem, the Todd Rundgren album and the Stevie Wonder album. They go together great. They both vividly remind me of this one little moment in my life. And after that, I stuck with buying the albums. And then after about 4 or 5 that I bought, my younger brother, John, by that time was a complete, Todd Rundgren cultist. So the albums were just always in my house. And, I'm a huge fan. I think he's brilliant still. And, yeah.
There's a lot of crossover when it comes to your fans and Todd's fans, because if there's one word to describe what you guys do, it's just everything's from the heart and so melodic and so wonderful. And it was a real joy to hear you sing Couldn't I Just Tell You. And when you and Jared put this together and said that in, hey, there's
he's
Jared.
here too.
Hey, there you go, Jared. Hey, buddy.
Wow.
Hey, Marshall. Hey, Fernando.
Hey.
Couldn't I just tell you?
I haven't seen you in a while.
It has been a while.
There you go.
How about that?
When you guys turned this in, I was taken back, because you guys brought something out of this song that no one has ever done, because the Lemon Twigs recently covered it with Todd, and there's been a few other covers of the song, and it's always balls out rock. And you guys turned in one of the most heartwarming versions of the song ever, and it really brings out the spectacular chordal movement of the song and the melody and it's gorgeous. What made you do this way?
I just did it like I would do it, I mean, Todd Rundgren on that record, what is he, like 25 or something, and he's screaming his guts out and he's playing the drums. It sounds like he's drunk. And it's all good, but I'm not gonna. I wouldn't attempt to duplicate it.
Yeah.
I don't sing in the top of my range anymore. I got this trick where I dropped all the keys to the songs I play, down as low as I could go, and at the end of the show, the people always say, "Oh, your voice sounds just like it did when you were young," but they don't know that it's because I dropped the keys down into the basement.
There you go, man.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, it's like what if you're not going to personalize it? Then, well, no, I just had to do it the way I did it
Well, that's one of the things. I recently did a version of McCartney's Ram with Denny Sywell, and Denny was pretty insistent on keeping things legit as far as the arrangements. And on this one, I wanted to mostly have the people just come up with, make it yours. And one of my favorite things that you ever did was your cover of "Knowing Me, Knowing You" by ABBA, and you totally made it yourself, your own, man. That My Vans Here live record, man, is one of my favorite live albums of all time because it's so cool, man. And when you guys put this together, I mean, it's gonna take a second for people to realize, wait a minute, this is Can I Just Tell You, and it's done completely different. So thank you guys for putting together one of my favorite covers on the record, and I'm so honored to be working with you. Thank you.
Well, thanks for asking, and Jared, it's great to see you.
Great to see you, Mark. Fernando, thanks for having us. It was a blessing. Marshall called me, said he needed some bass on a track, and because of the pandemic, sort of, we had a hard time scheduling a recording session for the bass, and it actually gave me a month to just work on the track and just really find all the little nuances as far as, Marshall is a master craftsperson as far as guitar playing and just constructing a song. So there were all these little kernels of movement around the root to lead to the root or to whatever the next change was. And I tried to get hold of all of those. Went into Hoboken Sound with James, is it Frazee?
Frazee. James Frazee, yeah.
James Frazee, great engineer, Fernando, as you are too.
Oh, thanks, brother.
And laid 3 tracks and then turned them over to Marshall, and he did the Frankenstein thing, and he did a wonderful job.
Well, thanks. And that's Jared's sound and his style, which is so beautiful, and that's just like another
great together.
Great element in the whole thing.
What you're about to hear is Marshall on guitars and drums and vocals, and Jared on bass, and 2-man band, which is a really cool sound, man. You guys really killed it, and again, we thank you all, man. Thank you so much for being a part of this celebration, and you're the man. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a
Thanks,
great day.
Fernando.
Thank you, Marshall. Thank you, Jared. Here's Couldn't I Just Tell You, Marshall Crenshaw.
I feel the way that I do. to talk with you, and then I'll make it clear. Make it clear. Make it clear. Can't keep it bottled up inside. And could we pretend that it's no big deal, and there's really nothing left to hide?
All right. Well, that was fantastic. Jared, again, fantastic work, brother. That was great.
Yes, lots
There
of
we go.
comments about the bass and how deep
Oh,
it
yeah,
was.
man.
It was great. Great.
Appreciate it.
Big bottom. So now we're going to go back in order with the record, and we have a real treat for you. Speaking of bass, this next song is by Victor Wainwright and Wildroots, featuring a platinum blonde bass player named Stephen Dees, who was Todd's bass player on the Ian Hunter John Anderson tour back in 1980. And he was also in a band called Novo Combo. And also he toured with Hall & Oates with Eddie Zine on drums. So this is Saving Grace, Victor Wainwright and Wildroots, featuring Stephen Dees on bass.
Someone else will see.
It's going to be difficult to choose what anyone's favorite cut is off of this CD.
Oh man, thank you.
Very
so much,
difficult. That was beautiful. Loved it.
Isn't that fun? I love that. That song. Some songs make you do this. That one just makes you do this.
Yeah, it does.
Left right action. I just pinged. Check to see if Adrian's in.
He's here. He's here. But we got Astral first. Do you want to do that first?
Oh yeah, let's get Astral on for a second.
Astral is his first name. Come on, now.
That's what he likes to go by.
Mr. Astral,
Mr. Drive,
Mr. Drive,
Mr. Astral Drive. The name
Here
is Drive.
Mr. Astral Drive with Marlene, and this one's going to take you on a real trip. I'll tell you. Bring it on.
Right.
I'm sure.
Mr. Drive, Astral Drive.
Mr. Drive.
You're the prettiest girl I've ever seen. Do you care for me at all, Marlene? I care for you, and I just don't care who knows it. And I guess that means that I love you. Marlene, could barely reach around at 17. I'm in trouble if you folks get me. And if they do, well, I don't care if they bust me. And I guess that means that I love you. I don't need no fantasy. Just one thing I need. If you could make it you or me, dear Marlene, when I think of it, it's all a dream. I remember that your eyes are green, mine are blue. They will always see each other, and I guess that means that I love you. I don't need realities, just one thing I need. If you could make it you, Marlene, dear Marlene, I'm dependent on you now. I'm dependent on you now. I'm dependent on I'm dependent.
We've entered the bizarro now.
That is outstanding as usual for Astral Drive. Here's the funny thing. All this good stuff, we could stop tonight and do another show tomorrow and just do the rest.
Exactly.
We still have Adrian,
Keep your coffee.
Father,
Take your
we
coffee.
still have
John Montagna.
John Montagna. It's ridiculous.
Oh no! This is going to be fun. It's kind of like one of those like epic like New Year's rocking Eve. In hour 4, Duran.
There it is.
Adrian Bourgeois.
There he is.
Oh my God!
What's going on, guys?
No driving and Skyping, sir.
I just thought sitting in my car in a dark parking lot just seemed like the appropriate setting for this particular song that we're going to be talking about here.
Oh yeah.
You don't have a passenger right now, do you?
You don't have the right hat on.
I just wait around.
You're not going to get a tip.
Wait for other people in dark parking lots, and we do business. That's what I do. So I'm just taking a break from that to do this.
Adrian, tell us about your fascinating Todd history.
My fascinating Todd history. Well, Uncle Todd. No, I suppose the first thing I probably ever heard from him was probably Nearly Human, because my dad worked on that, I think, right around the time when I was born, or a little after. So that was playing a lot when I was a little kid. I kind of remember the song Fidelity, and then I heard, I saw the light on the oldie station every now and then, and was something that always kind of pricked my ears. And I think I actually finally got Something Anything for, I want to say, my 16th birthday, and just obsessed over it, because it was right when I was starting to kind of like record myself at home, and play a lot of the instruments myself, and drum sets set up in the closet, the keyboard half balanced on my bed and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, well, people actually do this and make good records out of it. And Something Anything was sort of proof positive of that. So it's always really been kind of the patron saint of home recording. That album really has been. So I love it. I got to finally meet Todd and actually open for him at a little thing 10 years ago in Sacramento. It was bizarre. It was at a restaurant that Guy Fieri owned, actually. In Sacramento.
Wasabi.
Yeah, Tex Wasabi.
I was there.
It was like a weird dream, like, opening for Todd Rundgren at Tex Wasabi's, and like David Johansen and Mickey Thomas were there. Like, bizarre, but really fun. A lot of fun.
Guy Fieri, did not see that coming.
No, neither did I, actually. It was funny. My friend Ricky sang with me, and as Todd was walking by after our performance, Ricky said to Todd, "Wow, that was like a childhood dream to get to finally open for you." And Todd goes, "Great, now you can grow up."
That's a story right there.
You know what Todd told me after I opened up for him?
What?
Todd said, "I'm sorry I missed your show. I heard you were great, and I noticed you're still alive."
Well, he complimented me the next day. Like, I actually had him sign my Something Anything CD cover, and he was like, "That was great." And he was like, "Well, what should I write on here?" And he was like, "Well, I can't really say rock on. You're more folk than rock. What about folk off?" So he wrote folk off.
Well, Adrian Bourgeois is one hell of a mother folker. He is an incredible songwriter.
Absolutely.
He is a wonderfully nice guy.
Shucks.
Making this album had only a few roadblocks. And one of them was I accidentally asked 2 people to do Saving Grace. So there was a double booking, but through the magic of bonus tracks, Adrian's version of Saving Grace is on the end of disc 2. And then his replacement song was, can you do Song of the Viking?
It was a little bit like, hey,
I am a Viking of some note. It's my name, and here I float out on the sea in a great big boat. I'm the one who beats the drum in time to stroke the oars that drive our galleons on. And while we rode, we had our song, and we had our God, and it may seem odd, but at least there was a cause. Caught in a wind and we up the sail, lost 2 ships and it turned to a gale. Down in the third when she ran on a whale, though we said we could not fail. Through it all, we never faltered. Late at night, I lay on the deck, wondering why I risked my neck. Picture myself in a sinking wreck, and down I'm going, not knowing why. I just can't quite recall the reason why. It's such a drag to carry on. What was the cause? What was the cause? And what's the reason? If you like, I'll be your Viking. Say you down to Nordic meal, give you strength that you might wield a Viking sword and a Viking shield, and awful sail mighty ships of yore. Perhaps we shouldn't let our hands get sore. We need someone to pull the oars, to be the shores, to be the cause, to be the reason why.
Adrian!
I got to unmute. I'm sorry, I started that a little early. I thought you gave me a cue, but hey, anyway.
All
Hey, you
right,
said something about
explain
the,
yourself now. Now that everybody's heard your craziness, talk to us. Oh, wait, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Okay, we're
I'm
working
here.
on it.
Can you
There
hear
you
me?
go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
Yeah.
explain
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, I did Saving Grace, and then, there was a double booking, and, it was like, while my guitar gently weeps got double booked, you want to do Why Don't We Do It in the Road? And but to me that was almost like, okay, a challenge. Like, this is like not one of the songs I turn too much on this record and stuff like that. So let's make it into something interesting. Let's make it into something. Let's blow it up, and send it into outer space. And like, I take everything to try. I'm an old Montessori kid, so I try to make everything into a learning experience. And I decided to try to do it in a style that I don't normally do. I don't usually do. If you like that song, you won't know what my music sounds like, because it doesn't sound like that usually. But using those kinds of industrial beats and those kinds of guitar sounds and that sort of thing, but really like, trying to capture sort of the chaotic energy that song already has, and like bringing it into, well, what would that sound like in 2022 rather than 1972? And so, it was fun. Probably at the end of the day, I ended up liking this recording better than the Saving Grace one, and I'm glad that it all sort of turned out the way that it did. I'm glad that Saving Grace got on there too,
Yeah, because that's fantastic. And dude, you're such a talent. You're a chip off the old block.
Well, shucks.
You're great, man, and you're also one of the nicest guys, dude. And I'm so happy that you're on this, and everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. Everybody really they're very happy with it. So
I love the keys in that. That was awesome.
Well, that's another track that has all instruments. All instruments. Adrian Bourgeois.
Another one of those, huh? Show off.
Yeah.
And
all right, thanks,
I had Richie
man.
Berger and Jason Burke on the harmonies and group vocals too, so they did a great job.
Good stuff. Good seeing you again.
Good to see you.
Thanks,
I didn't know
Adrian.
that. You never sent me the credits. Okay.
Didn't put them in the credits.
Now you know. Fixing the credits.
Hey, so here we're an hour and a half in. We have one more song from side one.
We're gonna do this. We can power through. Everyone's loving it.
Everybody's got to stay up late tonight. Go get.
We still have 114 people watching live.
Hey, there's people that they're snowed in the northeast coast. So let's stick around. Let's just stay.
It's almost like I've been doing this thing like Todd is greater than football.
Yeah.
Todd is greater than football. Todd is greater than sleep.
There you go. I think Adrian had some coffee, but
Oh no, it's fantastic. Okay, now we have one more song.
Yeah.
I walk to the mirror.
Yeah, talk about it.
Parlapiano. Hey, there he is. Phil.
Hey, what's going on? Good to see you guys.
Not one, but two banjos. What are you doing to us?
And a mandolin.
I play a bunch of stuff. The banjos are just for hitting people over the head with.
He just has those up to impress chicks, you know.
Oh man, you would not believe it how they love the banjo. It's just incredible.
Phil, tell us
yes.
about your personal Todd journey.
I will tell you really quickly. I know we're on our way. I just want to say that everybody just sounds so. I'm in awe about the people I'd never heard of before, and they're doing great versions of of course they're amazing songs. I've been a fan of this record. A little bit of a backstory. When I was a really little kid, I heard "We Got to Get You a Woman" on the radio, and I thought, I was listening to Beatles, and I heard that song, and I go, "This is one of the greatest songs I ever heard." Had no idea who it was. Then, of course, I saw the light, and then I knew who he was. But it wasn't until when the Utopia records came out that I actually got up and bought the Raw record, right? And listened to Utopia, went to go see them, loved them so much. Just bought all the records, bought all Naz records. Fast forward to when I was when I got my own record deal. They were like, okay, it was 1990. They were saying, who do you want to produce your record? And my buddy and I were like, Todd Rundgren, of course, And so we actually had a meeting with Todd back at a backstage after one of his shows over at the Wiltern, doing the big band record.
Nearly Human.
Yes, right. You got it. And he was very nice, and he explained he didn't have the time, which he did not have. He had just done Jill Sabule right before that, and he was working on a bunch of his own stuff, so he couldn't do it. But I did have a good meeting with him, and it was kind of a dream come true. And of course, he's forgotten that ever since. But continue to listen to him, love it, loved this record. Something Anything, of course, was one of the great pop records that he made. And we always listened to this song. This song was as I went to the mirror. It was the stoner song. What could I say? It's like, he obviously took some hallucinogens and in the mirror. I mean, I can't imagine how else you would write a song like this.
Can you give us a list of drugs that you were on when you did your version?
I think it was just Tylenol.
Oh,
I had a headache. But I really enjoyed doing it. I went over to Geoff Pearlman, who had done a song earlier. And Geoff and I bonded over Todd many, many years ago. And when I met Ferd, we did the same thing. We said, "Oh, you like Todd Rundgren? Oh, God." And then Fernando, he's saying, I'm a lot younger. I was like, "Oh, did you see 77? Did you see 74? He goes, "I'm a lot younger than you think I am."
I know. I first saw Todd, believe it or not, I first saw Todd in 2002. But actually, no, that's a lie. I first saw Todd with Ringo in '92. But I first saw Todd in solo acoustic in 2002
Oh, is that right? Solo. Oh, yeah. But then
it was with
the Ringo thing was
with Royston Langdon on opening up for him.
Oh, wow! You remember everything.
Yeah, I remember everything about that night.
But it's good. And we Ferd and I went to go see Utopia when they got back together. That was amazing.
At the Wiltern.
Nice.
Yeah. And so anyway, so Geoff and I he played the drums and the slide guitar, and we did I wanted to do more of a bluesy version of it, but I couldn't get away from those brilliant compound chords that go throughout. And so I kind of did a little bit more traditional, kind of like the record. I was able to pull out my mini Moog, and I did all the funny sound effects in the middle. So that was my fun little job there.
That's great. So Todd did that Todd Rundgren Johnson's tour. Oh God, I can't remember how many years ago, but he actually did this song live. It was just in the middle of the set, out of nowhere. It was,
out of nowhere.
It was really fun to watch.
Purely unpredictable.
Yep.
I would like to hear that.
So I look forward to hearing your version.
Bring it on. Phil Parlapiano. I went to the mirror.
I went to the mirror this morning. I looked in the mirror instead. The first thing to come into focus. was a face wrapped all around my head. There's something sticking out of the middle. Guess it's my nose, I suppose. I just don't recognize those eyes. All of those years I've been watching from the other side. Here I go, thinking them crazy thoughts again. Who is that there? You mean I've been walking around in that all these years? What's it all about? Where's it all at? I don't want to get heavy, girl. What am I doing here? My lip has a dark spot upon it. My teeth look like plastic and chips. And there on my chin I discover. And there on my chin I discover one lone red and arrogant zip. I went about my business this morning. You gotta get out of bed and make that bread. The tries I made to get away, I won't forget what I seen in the mirror today. I won't forget what I seen in the mirror today. I won't forget what I seen in the mirror today. I see my eyes, I see my nose, I see my lips, my teeth, my gums, I see my gums. I look all the way down my throat. I look at my ears, I look really hard at my ears. I look at my hair, and here I'll just think of something else.
Hey, hey.
Rippy.
Awesome. Good job, Phil.
Thank you very much. I had a lot of fun doing that one. Amazing.
Well,
Thanks
guess
for doing.
what, everybody?
So was that one that you chose?
No, Ferd chose it for me.
Yeah.
Good choice. You did
I
great.
casted him. I told you, there's some songs I had nothing to do, like production wise. So I'm more of like a casting agent. And I was like, Phil Parlapiano would sound really good on this one. And he killed it. He did a great job. You did a fantastic job. Thank you so much, Phil. And what do you got going on right now? What's next for you?
What's next for me? Just keeping the dream alive. Going out and doing a few shows with Lee Rocker and some with. I play with Kiefer Sutherland as well. So the actor.
Awesome, brother. Well, keep on rocking. Well, everybody, that's the end of disc 1. It's time for disc 2. And we have nobody here from Black Mariah, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce this one. Okay. Black Mariah, talk about this is where the kid gets heavy. And Black Mariah is one of the classics that really kind of like was the proto sound of Utopia and psychedelic prog rockin' epicness. And on this one, we've got Rob Bonfiglio, who is amazing. He's been in Brian Wilson's band for a long time. He's married to Carney Wilson, incredible singer-songwriter. We've got Stan Lynch from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, the original founding drummer of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. We got Stephen Dees again from Todd's 1980 band. We've got Arlan Feiles, amazing keyboard player. No, sorry, he's on Little Red Light. Sorry. Durga McBroom from Pink Floyd is on backups. So here is Black Mariah. Let's rock. And also we'll have
Black Mariah, you scare me so. I feel as though my heart stopped dead. me die. They sent with me home for Christmas, but I'm still here today. One more day. I went to see the first lieutenant. He said, shut up and wait. One more day. No words. One more day. No words. If they don't get a contract soon, then I don't think we can stay. One more day. No word. One more day. No word. All alone. All my friends are gone. Ears of stone, eyes gone blind. Too little to do and too much time. One more day. No word. One more day. No word. One more day. I haven't seen my girl in a year last July. One more day. She hasn't even written a letter, but I try not to cry. One more day. No word. One more day. No word. All alone. All my friends are gone. Ears of stone, eyes gone blind. Too little to do and too much time. One more day. No word. One more day. No
Lovely.
Good stuff.
Yes. How about that?
So who was that?
That is Phil Creamer, aka Creamer. He is a friend of mine from Nashville who has an incredible band called Creamer. I met him through Pat Sansone of Wilco, who produced his record. And Phil is incredible. He just sang at the Grand Ole Opry at the Ryman. And he is one of Nashville's most busy voice teachers. And he's also just one wonderful guy. I asked him to do one more day. He had a death in the family, and he was the last person to turn in because I gave him, like, I said, hey man, turn it in whenever you can, but I'll wait for you. And it was worth the wait. He really brought in some amazingness to the song. And what I love about his version is that it really brings out the beautiful arrangement of the vocals. You know, the One More Day on the record, it's like it's kind of dominated by that Latin percussion, and I love the fact that Creamer's version is just acoustic guitar and vocals, and it's just stunning. His voice is incredible.
What an interesting choice too, following the passing of somebody that he loved.
Yeah,
Aw.
definitely. I can't imagine the emotions that went through him. So, thanks, Phil. You're the man. Lots of great Phils on this record. Phil Thornley, Phil Parlapiano, and Phil Creamer. It's we definitely get our fill with this one. Hey,
you're here all night, right?
Here all night. Literally, I have to be.
True.
So, basically, up next we've got Van Duren, who is a power pop cult artist, incredible artist that from Memphis, and his version of Torch Song, which he recorded at Ardent Studios, and it's just absolutely stunning. So here we go, Van Duren, Torch
Tennessee
Song.
bringing it.
Tennessee bringing it.
Howsoever sadly, I will torch on for you. I will carry my torch for you. Somewhere in the back of my heart it's there, and every day it finds me and reminds me. I will torch on for you. I will carry my torch for you. Somewhere in the back of my heart it's there, and every day it finds me and reminds me. I will bear my cross. I will bear your cross too. I will pine forever. I will torch on for you. I will carry my torch for you.
Hey, all right, that was Van Duren with Torch Song. So we have a little bit of a party in here. James Booth is the man of mystery. Scrote is the man of little mystery, and John Montagna is 100% mystery no matter what. Hi guys.
What's happening? I think, Fernando, is this the first time I'm actually seeing you and speaking to you in real time?
Wow.
In like
No. We met we met in the cutting room.
Oh, we met way before that. We met, I believe, at a Todd show.
Oh wow. Okay, there you go.
I think my first show with Todd in West Palm in 07.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
When I
07 at
on
Sunfest.
When I jumped on this tour, I found my box. I have my little box with my tour mementos, and I found this tour book. We West Palm Beach, And but since then, I mean, we've you and I, this is our second recording project, and this is our first time like actually talking in real time and not doing the messaging thing.
Oh, there you go. Hi, Scrote.
Hey, how's it going, Fernando?
How you doing, brother? Hi, James.
Great.
James, are you there? Oh,
James, maybe he's muted still.
James, unmute yourself. Okay, so it's time to rock. Little Red Lights. Let's talk about Little Red Lights.
Yeah.
What a ear blaster. This was so much fun to put together. Carmine Appice, the legendary Carmine Appice of Vanilla Fudge. Oh God, this show really run late if I say everything he's done. Vanilla Fudge, Bet Boker to Appice, Geoff Beck, Rod Stewart, King Cobra, Blue Murder, Peace Perdomo project. Scrote, you worked with Todd on the David Bowie thing.
Yeah. On the show, I created and produced called Celebrating David Bowie, and Todd, through Michael Urbano, who's been part of our show, as well as Lyle Workman, suggested Todd. And at the time, I didn't know Todd. He was still legend, just legend and myth and all that to me. And I thought, wow, would that work? And then Howard Stern put out something on Bowie with Todd singing Life on Mars. I checked that out. And I was like, oh, that would work.
It's so
and
great.
So I met Todd down. We arranged to meet at South by Southwest, and didn't know what to expect. And because in certain circles, session circles, like, oh, he's a brute. Look out for Todd. Oh, be ready. I thought, okay, I don't know what's going on. So met Todd. I thought he was great. Seemed like a normal guy to me. And we did it off well. And he came out and played a private show in LA, which raised funds for Spirit of Harmony. So I've worked with Spirit of Harmony and some other things with them. And then we were off to Iceland to play with 2 nights at the Harpa Center concert hall with full orchestra, our band, which has Adrian Ballou and Angela Moore Fishbone, and full orchestra and choir. So it was a big throwdown.
That's amazing.
Hey, let me ask something. Are y'all going back out this year?
We are in various spots with various guests that I'm not allowed to speak of just yet.
I got you to say something though.
Oh, come on! There's no secrets in Rogan Radio. No,
nobody's listening to a couple people.
John, so tell us about how you got involved with Todd on a tour.
I wound up getting to Todd in a sort of a roundabout way through my work with Alan Parsons. We had just become the Alan Parsons Live Project. And by we, I mean myself, Godfrey Townsend on guitar, Steve Murphy on drums, and Manny Focarazzo on keys. Godfrey and Steve had been on the Walk Down Abbey Road tour in 2002 with Todd, Alan Parsons, Jack Bruce, Mark Farner, Christopher Cross. I think Christopher was Christopher on that one? Yeah. And Eric Carmen, I think, was on a couple of dates. And then the following year, they did Abbey Road again. Only this time it was going to be Alan, Todd, Christopher, Denny Lane, and Joey Molland. So there were no, big shot bass players. And I guess, I forget if it was, I think Alan might have said like, yeah, I'll do it again. And why don't we have my band as the civilians, like the house band backing everybody up. So like, and this was new territory for me. Like a year earlier, I was like just New York City bass player doing New York City local stuff. And within a year, my career did a total
180 where suddenly like my record collection was coming to life before my eyes. And it was like, I walk into a sound check and there's like Denny Lane, Joey Mile. I mean, Fernando, Wings, Badfinger, Todd, the whole, all at once. And then I think, the first Abbey Road show that we did though was just Alan, Todd, and Christopher. So we're sound checking. Todd's not there yet. And we're sound checking. The band's on stage. We're playing Here Comes the Sun as a sound check. And I'm at my mic and I kind of turn to my right and Todd's just standing there and I haven't met him yet. And he's just standing there, just kind of watching the band. And that feeling the first time you see the man in person where you're like, whoa, right? But I'm like a pro dude. I got to maintain like a veneer of professionalism. I can't fanboy out, right? And it's the weird thing where it's like you're a fanboy, but also being a fanboy is what kind of got you the gig. So it's a weird, like you're vetted that you're cool, but you're also, it's a weird headspace to be in. So I don't know what possessed me to do this because he's standing not far from me, just like watching the band. Like, okay, so these are the guys that are gonna back me up, huh? Okay, and he's like checking us out, and we're doing Here Comes the Sun, and I don't know what possessed me to do this. I haven't met him yet. I just look at him and I go, I start exaggerating like a rocking out kind of pose, and he sees this and goes and does it like right back at me. And after that, we finished. I'm like, oh, this is John. Hey, nice to meet you. Da-da-da-da. And it was all cool after that. And I found this newspaper item.
Oh, look at this guy.
From
Order.
From the next morning. So this is there. Where? Hang on.
Yeah, what is that strange piece of paper you have over there?
I know. Back in the day when news was on
Tell
paper,
us stories, Grandpa.
you can barely make me and my jazz bass out.
There you go.
Yeah. So then we did it with a few more shows with Denny and Joey, and then it was it was all good. And then we did the Alan Parsons gig for a couple of years. And then I was at the NAMM show, and Todd was a special guest with the Tony Levin band. And I went up after and introduced me. You probably don't remember me, but I was walked in. And oh yeah, hey John, good to see you. Da, 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 da. And then Jesse recognized me. He was there too, and he had met me at one of the shows. And I'm chatting with them, and I'm like all gaga over Tony Levin, right? But then a couple of months later, I get a call. There's a call on my answering machine from Godfrey. Hey man, Jesse Gress is looking for you. They need you to fill in for Tony Levin on some Todd dates.
Mm-hmm.
So who's cooler than you? and so this was when the
you
new
didn't
cars.
Have to shave your head. You didn't even have to shave your head.
Yeah.
You talk about hoarding. Know what
it's freezing in New York.
Somewhere.
I hear him.
They got me. It was.
It
was Todd.
Right. When he starts moving
Jesse,
again, we'll bring him back. John.
Yeah, John's frozen.
Gary Murata, and they got me a bald cap.
Oh no way! That's funny. Well, let's get Little Red Lights on. I think people are going to be blown away by this. And
wait, don't you want to hear how I met Todd?
Yeah. No, James got his.
Oh, James is on now.
His head is missing, but he's there.
My totally busted, but it's all right. You can still hear me though, right?
There you are. You are.
So let me tell you about the time that I met Todd. You hear from all these pros talking about how they rubbed elbows with Todd. Let me tell you about the time I met him. It's when we went skipping through a rainbow wonderland filled with sunshine and rainbows while he roasted me endlessly. And then I woke up and I realized it was all a dream. I've never met Todd Rundgren.
You probably will now. He's probably going to call you and say, "What the hell was that?"
I feel like I'm always, You know how they say that you have a certain Bacon number if you're an actor? You're like 2 degrees away from working with Kevin Bacon. And if you've worked with Kevin Bacon, you have a Bacon number of 1. I'm always at like a 2 when it comes to Todd. I have a Todd number of 2 constantly.
Well, now you're number 1, man. Now you're 1 degree, buddy.
I hope so.
I think we're gonna have you talk a little more right after this because I really want people to hear. This is Little Red Lights.
Okay.
James Booth on vocals and guitar, Scrote lead guitars, John Montagna bass, Arlan Feiles keyboards, and the legendary Carmine Appice beating the shit out of the drums. Little Red Lights, bring it on.
Once I hit the open road, I'll be sailing off and
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No stripping,
Let's get all the
Fernando.
F-bombs out right now, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Can I just say that when I got the track, it was just Carmine and a guitar and nothing, and a vocal and nothing else. I had no idea it was going to get that like dense. You know, I mean, first of all, to get into the ring with Carmine Appice is like, you know, thank you for making that happen. Bro.
Now you know what Tim Bogert felt like, Phil Chen.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Oh, I gotta, you know, but it was, I found the spots for him and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna make the pocket happen. And then like, I guess they're gonna do something with it. So when the mix came back at me, I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is killing. But I really feel like we caught like the denseness of the original without it being a straight copy.
Yeah,
you know,
I could already see speakers smoking, you know, on fire. Scrote, did you get everything out that you wanted? Were you able to unload the Scrote enough with that solo, man? Were you able to?
Well, yeah, you know, when I heard about the record and I was asking about that track, that big solo that's on there, it's very Hendrixy to me, you know, and I was like, man, I want to jump on that.
Yes.
Light it up. And I was trying to channel a little bit of Blue Cheer, if you know that, the Who kind of blowout speakers.
Help me, doctor.
Reeves Gabrels is a pal of mine, and serious. So I was just trying to get in that vein. And John, I hadn't played on it at that point when I got it either. So I had James' vocals and everything to work off of, and those guitars and James' vocals and the drums, and that was enough. And you know, as soon as James starts singing, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going. Just lit my fire. Let's go. So James.
So
excellent.
I've been working with James now for 2 years. James is a rising talent here in Los Angeles. He's originally from Jersey. And he is an incredible talent, and he's been blowing people away with his performances. We just played at the Viper Room. We've got a really cool band called James Booth and the Return. James, what the hell's with that voice, dude? What the hell's with you, man? What's your problem?
Where's your face?
Trust me, you know, I can't figure out what's wrong with the speaker. No, I've been singing since I was 3, and it was just one of those things that never changed with puberty. I just have this unnaturally high, scratchy speaking voice, but the trade-off is I get a nice singing voice, you know? And it's funny, Scrote, that you mentioned Blue Cheer, because Vincebus Eruptum was one of the first albums that I bought with my own money. I bought a repro of Vincebus Eruptum. I love how we're talking about Blue Cheer on Todd Rundgren Radio.
This is not BlueCheerRadio.com.
That just has an exploding speaker sound, Blue Cheer, and the guitar and everything.
Yeah, they were the loudest. They were the loudest band in the world, supposedly.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that they're not better known. Maybe they didn't have the right tunes in the right situation.
They
But
deafened their audience. That's the problem, is that nobody went to any shows anymore. They had no because everyone got deaf. Wow, what a victory with Little Red Lights. I am so happy with the super group. And yeah, I think everyone's ears are now thoroughly
sorry?
Violated.
Appropriately.
Hey, I gotta ask you, John. This song very guitar heavy. You went on the tour with Todd, and it was I called it the Guitar Heavy Show. Did it have an official name, that tour you did?
Yeah, Spring Tour 2007.
That's it. That's not very clever.
This was when the new cars thing sort of ended suddenly, and he had to throw something together quickly, and it was Jerry Marotta, Tony Levin, and Jesse. And then there were a couple of dates. Tony had to jump off to do something with Chuck Mangione in Rochester or something like that. And I kind of paratrooped in. It was really kind of not even fair, because I got the set list and I knew like half the set like already like cold, because it was a grab bag of I mean, Saw the Light, Black Mariah, Black
Buffalo
and
Grass,
White.
Worldwide Epiphany. That was
Yeah.
that was a great tour.
Hawking, he did
Yep.
on that
Mhm.
that
Oh yeah, I
run.
remember.
What a
Hawking.
good tour.
He
was
did
incredible.
Slut. He did, you know, it was like a grab bag, but then it was only a little bit of shedding that I had to do. And so I went to see the band at BB King's, and you know, and Todd just saw me. He's like, "All right, so you ready to do the thing?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes,
Sure.
"Okay," and that was it. And then I rehearsed with Jesse. I drove up to Jesse's house in Woodstock, and he and I played along with some board mixes. And he was like, "All right, great." And then I showed up in West Palm. We played the first show with like no rehearsal with the band. I just swooped in. We did the set, and we're coming off stage, and Todd comes over and he goes, "Remarkable." and that was it. And
that's a wrap.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something that he did that was I wanted to make sure I got this in. I've never seen anybody do this before or since. 15 minutes before the downbeat, the dressing room area is cleared of everyone except the band. So for the last 15 minutes backstage before we hit the stage, it's just the four of us sitting like at a you know, and sitting really close to each other, just chatting and talking, just the band members and nobody else. And it was a really, I don't know if he did this on purpose or what, but it was just a great thing that happened to really get us together, because it was just two guitars, bass, and drums, and two crew members on that tour. It was a really small, very tight operation. And it was like a tiny little bonding thing that he did. So by the time we got to the stage, we were really, to me anyway, it felt like we were thinking like one brain, because it was just straight up rock and roll, no keyboards. And it was, and they were long sets too. I remember like every set, I really had to use the bathroom. By the time we were done, I would like run off to the men's room, take a piss, and come right back for the encore.
Oh man, what a segue for Dode. No.
Fernando, that's like a coach doing a sports ball.
Sports ball
for a game,
sports
man.
Ball.
Yeah, for the
Hey.
game, getting fired up.
All I gotta say is, John, that's the first time I've seen a vinyl shirt that's not at a Goff concert. That's my type of vinyl shirt.
Yeah.
All right, Little Red Lightsers, that was amazing. We got to move on.
I just wanted to say that John Montagna was one of our first guests on Rundgren Radio back in probably 08, 09-ish. Yes, and y'all need to check him out on
He's
YouTube
great.
or whatnot. He plays like lead on bass, and he does this incredible Number 9 Dream by the Beatles. It just
He's great. He's great.
Some of you
monster.
Some Todd fans may remember the infamous Felix Fish Camp show in Spanish Fort, Alabama. John Montagna was there. I have photos to prove it. All right, where are we going next? Miami Beach?
Okay, now, Overture My Roots. Let's talk about Overture My Roots for a second. Okay, again, what the hell was Todd thinking? You know, it's like you have this album that's like beautiful and like sonically incredible, and then there's this like terrible recording of like a garage band doing Money, and the drummer's all off and the vocals are all distorted, and then there's this like blues thing. But Todd was basically, I mean, I'd love to ask him just what the hell were you thinking here? And really, he was just setting it up for the journey, you know, to see this is where it started, and this is where I am. And my mind was, okay, how are we going to do Overture My Roots? Well, what was my first band? Well, my first band was high school, rock ensemble. My high school had a rock ensemble, and it was actually this year turning 50, because Doug Burris, who passed on unfortunately, he started the rock ensemble in 1972, and it was 4 credit after school, an elective, and we did Sgt. Pepper as a concert. We were a cover band. Basically, it was cover band school. And that really got me started. So it kind of ties in again to the Spirit of Harmony concept of, you know, music in schools. So what you're about to hear is 14 through 17-year-olds on their first recording ever on an album playing Money. So this is actual kids from high school, and that's what starts Overture. And then for Messing with the Kid, that's a Junior Wells song. My friend Albert Castiglia toured with Junior Wells as his guitar player for like 5 years. Mm-hmm. And so we got Albert Castiglia doing Messing with the Kid. So this is Overture My Roots, the Miami Beach Senior High School Rock Ensemble, and Albert Castiglia Band. Overture My Roots.
Money don't get everything, it's true. What I don't get, I can't use. Now give me money. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Now give me money.
Secret Society.
Yes. I'll tell you what, listening to those kids, there's some hope. There is.
Oh, yes, there is definitely hope. And they're astounding. They really killed it.
They did. They did.
Yes. Secret Society, our last show, killed it.
Yep, that was fun. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Dan.
Sure was. Hey, Fern. Hey, everybody. Great show so far. Digging it.
So this weekend is the 10th anniversary of is it 10th or 11th anniversary of the Highline shows? Moogie?
It would be the 11th.
11th anniversary of Moogie's final shows with Todd. And I was there. It was an amazing show. And Secret Society got a chance to do Dust in the Wind, and Moogie is in our hearts, and this was all for him, and it was a lot of fun putting this together. We had a very hectic weekend preparing for Michelle's birthday, and we pulled through and pulled off this song in one session. And
y'all just did this just like in November.
Yeah, just recently.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh,
We did this all
in
here.
a few hours, actually.
One session, the way Todd likes it.
Rehearsal.
Yeah.
We were bombing down Sunset Boulevard and went over to went to Fern's place, and he said, "Come on, dudes,
let's do it. Power through."
Yeah,
coming at you.
Yeah.
But it was great, and everybody brought it. Dan and Bruce and Jamie and Tim sound incredible. We got my friend Everett Kelly to play trumpet on it, and then the amazing Earl Grey and Lisa Johnson, a power couple, sang some backup vocals. And
they added
it's
a lot.
Really beautiful version.
Yeah,
they did a nice job. I was thinking of that Highline show earlier you mentioned, and for me, I think this show kind of went to another level after that show, because to see Moogie with the band performing that show with that original Utopia lineup, it was just such an emotional experience. I'm one of the people who posted a video of them performing that. A number of other people did, but it was really just an incredible performance. And ever since then, this song has just been like really up there for me. So it was a treat to play.
I had a little stint as a journalist for Keyboard Magazine, and I got to do Moogie's last interview and an article that came out called "Fighting Cancer with Music," and Moogie was just wonderful to talk to. And let's talk about something really important when it comes to Dust in the Wind. Todd's Something Anything album is a very personal album. It's an album that represents every side of Todd. How cool is it that Todd, decided to cover his friend's song? What an incredible act of humility and act of camaraderie. His story with Moogie didn't, it ended under weird terms, but Moogie was a very influential character on Todd. It was Moogie's idea for Todd to have Secret Sound, and he was Moogie actually put together all the musicians that are on that fourth side. Yep. He made the call to Siomos and to Stu Woods and the Brecker brothers. It's really, really cool. It's all amazing, and this track is phenomenal, and it really was an incredible experience recording with you guys. Bruce, Dan, you guys are phenomenal musicians, and I can't wait to record with you more.
Thanks for that. Thank you for that.
Thanks, man. You made it happen again. I remember we were all shagged that day when I was like, I don't know if this is the best day to do this. And you're like, no, let's just go. And next thing you know, a few hours later, we nailed it. So
well, everybody brought it. Jamie sounds absolutely glorious, and Tim nailed that freaking piano part and organ part. So here is Secret Society, Dust in the Wind, not the Kansas song.
Nope. There's a story about that.
Oh, yeah.
Tell everyone that I am sorry, truly sorry, for all of the wrongs I've done. I never meant to hurt nobody, no. Lord, I never want to do no wrong. No, I have lied, I have begged, and I have cheated, and I know my ship won't be coming in. As I lay me down to take my rest, I see that it's just dust in the wind. Take hold my hand, hold it tighter, ever tighter. You must believe that I love you still, but my strength, it grows weaker, ever weaker, and my body has lost its will. No, I have lied, I have begged, and I have cheated, and I know my ship won't be coming in. As I lay me down to take my rest, I see that it's just dust in the wind. once again. And I got no one to help me find my way. 'Cause I never wanted to hurt nobody. And I never wanted to do no wrong. I have lied, I have faked, and I have cheated. And I know my ship won't be coming in. As I lay me down to take my rest, I see that it's just dust in the wind. Dust in the wind, mama.
So good.
That one's from Moogie and Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh, so great, Bruce.
Yeah.
Wow, man. People are loving it. This is so great. And I'm really happy with how that turned out. And it was so much fun to play at the party, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, does anybody smell chicken?
Is it time for
All righty.
Here.
But before you get started, I just wanted to say that it was my honor to be Mr. Dode Prickett's chauffeur to and from his recording session.
Driving Miss Dodie.
Could have got here without Bruce.
There you go, baby.
North Hollywood.
It is your star turn right here. Tell us about yourself. Age, sex, location.
I tell you what, you see this shirt here that I got through the mail?
Oh, hey, there you go. Look at
it must be for my dog, bro. That thing is like an extra small.
No way. What happened?
Is this a sample?
No, it's not supposed
Inside the box, it says, "This is your sample."
Oh, yeah. You order samples and stuff. That's weird. Okay, I'll get you another one.
I need an XL.
Okay, maybe. Okay, man, dude, you see right here, this is the shipping promotion department. Everything. maybe I want you to cut that into a half shirt. Maybe I'm just trying to enable you there.
I could use that for my quilt later on.
There you go. There we go. Turn that into a pillowcase. Dode.
We are so sorry, Mr. Dode.
Dode, Piss Aaron. You killed it.
Yes, sir.
You killed it.
What an honor and a privilege. What a snowball chance in hell that I made it out to LA and Bruce gave me a ride over there and you picked out Piss Aaron for me. We were out partying at Michelle's birthday party and I got to go up to Todd and say, "Hey, Todd, they're going to let me do Piss Aaron." Whoa. Hey, Todd, that's perfect for you. That's perfect for you. So, in the interest of time, play the song.
Play the song. We'll talk later.
It's all right. If it's stupid enough, it's cool.